just like, come on, man. It's upsetting because I don't know. I thought like when you go vegan, you learn about all this stuff and you understand it. You're like, dang, okay, I get it now. It's like, how did you forget?
Hi, I'm Rodney.
I'm Alexis,
and this is The Vegan Agenda.
In response to the Why I Am No Longer Vegan videos that have been trending, we've decided to make a collection of interviews with everyday vegans who have made an ethical connection and have chosen not to use animals for food, clothing, or any other purpose.
Veganism is not just a diet, it's a lifestyle based on an intention to minimize the suffering and exploitation of animals.
If you find this video informative, interesting, enjoyable, or helpful, please like, subscribe, and share.
My name's Kayla Krause and I live in Pflugerville, Texas. The animals and my health at first, I started learning about what happens in animal agriculture, and I just knew I couldn't be a part of it. Definitely only the animals now because I eat so much junk food.
So initially more for health and
it was like both equally, because when I first went vegan, because I was watching a video of like pig factory, and then I just knew, I was like, okay, now I'm vegan. It was like the gas chambers, and it wasn't even the video of them, it was just the sound, and I was just like hearing them screaming. I was like, oh my god. But then I also like watched with the health, so I also was like trying to be really healthy. But now it's definitely just the animals, because like I eat a lot of ice cream. When I first didn't know anything about vegans, I kind of like, because I had a friend who's vegan, I thought they were kind of annoying sometimes, and I would be like, why wouldn't you want to eat like chicken nuggets? They're delicious, all these things, because I didn't really know anything. I was like ignorant. I didn't know what happened and stuff. And like I remember my friend didn't want to go to like the rodeo and stuff, and I would be like, why? It's just a rodeo. It's so fun. And she'd be like, Kayla, no. And I'd be like, whatever. So at first I didn't really, like, I thought they were annoying, basically. If she would have explained more, maybe I would have like known more, because I was just ignorant. And that's why I thought people who didn't want to be a part of animal like products and stuff, I thought it was just like trying to be like different. That's really good that you're doing that. I'm really happy you're doing that. That's really awesome for you. I'm applauding you. But whenever I had a vegan meal, like, because I had it every once in a while, I would eat something vegan. I'm like, oh wow, I've eaten vegan since like breakfast. That's pretty cool. I'm like, okay, well, whatever. Like, that's nice that I did that, but
you didn't really make an ethical connection.
Yeah, I didn't understand why. I knew it was like good, but I didn't really know why. I was just like, so when I did it, I was like, oh, that's cool. I feel good. No, I definitely have learned a ton more, and I'm definitely like, this is my whole life now. Okay, so I'm not all that junk food, but I mean, I love junk food. Like vegan junk food, of course. Like, I'm even more prideful about eating junk food now that I'm vegan. I do eat a lot of vegetables and stuff, so it's like a healthy junk food. Like, a lot of times for lunch, I'll eat very healthy, but by dinner time when I'm at home, it's like and like Satan, which isn't that bad. That's not bad for you, but I eat a lot of it. And like ice cream, it's kind of collaborative between me and my mom.
Is your mom vegan?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Was she vegan first or you?
Yeah, I was vegan first.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And so you've been vegan for 7 months? How long has your mom been vegan?
Like 2.5 months now. Yeah, I guess we're closer now because we have more to talk about.
Yeah, that's great.
And I can tell her about vegan things, and she's just like, yeah.
I know, girl, I get it.
Right now, my mom's eating a fancy diet, like where she's cut out certain like vegan things that aren't as good for you. But generally, we usually go eat out a lot, like a lot of like Indian food or Ethiopian food. But we eat a lot of like Asian foods. Yeah, that's what you usually eat if we go out. It's usually non-American food. There's not, like, unless we want to go eat at a fancy, like, vegan American restaurant, like Counterculture or, like, a food truck or something. But usually if we're going out to eat, like, at a non-vegan restaurant, it's usually, like a international restaurant or something. We already ate a lot of, like, cultural foods. Yeah. But then we still eat the same places because, they have also a ton of vegan food there. When I go to my friend's house, like, before I was vegan, I always, like, cooked meals for my friend because I always like to cook. Now I just, like, make a lot of vegan versions of the same things when I'm with my friends. Like, if they're coming over to my house to eat, everything they eat is vegan. For my birthday, we went to Counterculture, so that was cool. Oh, they all love my food. Like, they're jealous. Like, for birthday presents, I make them cards, and it says, Kayla will make you lunch card. I always try to make my food look really attractive, so people are like, wow, I should be vegan. You know, I eat delicious food like every meal because before I was vegan, I already like valued food and like tastes a lot, and like having delicious food every day. I think it kind of just increased when I went vegan because I had the opportunity to cook more and stuff. I enjoy grocery shopping now because a lot of times every time I go to the grocery store, there's a new vegan thing on the shelf like that wasn't there before. Like now there's vegan with cream and like there's like 3 different cheeses now. So it's like it's exciting for me. Well, yeah, sweet potatoes. We have like edamame.
That's good.
We always have like cans of chickpeas at home. Nutritional yeast always like on everything, and tofu. See, all these sound healthy right now, and I just said I was a junk food vegan. Yeah, so we have those, and then of course like we have like frozen like vegan. Those are the more unhealthy things, but that's just for like a lazy night. We don't feel like making some dish. We just like pop in some garden chicken in the oven, or like an Amy's pizza or something. Yeah, we get like we used to eat a lot of cinnamon buns because there's a brand at like the grocery store, and it's just like little like can of cinnamon buns, and it's like vegan.
Like in a roll?
Yeah, cinnamon rolls.
Don't tell me that.
And then they have, like it comes with the icing packet and you can drizzle on it.
And it's
Oh my
vegan.
God. Yes, and we eat them. We ate them a lot. It's about not using animals in any way. They're not. It's the belief that they're not here for us. They're here with us. So like someone who's on a plant-based diet, they'll just not eat any animal products, but they could like be a hunter, and they could go to SeaWorld and the zoo and do like support industries that hurt animals, but not like they don't consume their hurt suffering, I guess. Before I was like vegan, I watched What the Health, and I tried to like only eat vegan, but I didn't really know anything. I still, because I guess I considered myself vegan for a month, but now that I'm vegan for real, I don't consider it because I watched With Health and then I just stopped eating animal products. But I mean, I bought whatever. I went to the rodeo. I bought products tested on animals, so that wasn't really vegan. But now it's like the animals. Now I am vegan because I won't do certain things because I know what happens. Because I didn't really have a lot of leather or wool. And also I always thrift shop, so I mean I wasn't like directly. Yeah, so I don't really have any of those products. And like the products I have, like lotions and like cleaning supplies that are tested on animals, they're like almost all the way gone. So I wish someone would have just like told me everything. Like I don't know, I just never exposed it. I wish I would have been just straight told the truth, but I guess that's hard to like just say it out loud. I think something that would have really pushed me is like first off just educating myself because I didn't know anything, but also I think comparing like how I feel about dogs to all like how I treat like animals and agriculture and stuff would have really like opened my eyes because I consider myself an animal lover. Like I was like, oh, I love animals every time I saw a dog, but it was really just dogs. It was, and like if I saw like other like pet animals, I was like, oh, they're so cute. But I didn't realize like the contradiction I was making between like animals but just dogs, and like I didn't realize the stuff I was contributing to. So if someone had been like, why won't you eat a dog? Or like, did you know this happens in this industry? And like just told me like that all animals are this like the same in most like ways.
Tell me about what you do in the Cube of Truth.
Well, we stand in a square with masks on, and the activists stand in a square, and then we're all wearing black, and we have a TV like around, like we're holding a TV basically, and it just has footage of like all these different industries that use animals, and on the outside, people are activists are talking to people who are interested. And at first I started just like standing in the cube with the TV, and now I'm slowly like doing more outreach. It was like the weeks leading to me becoming vegan.
Mm-hmm.
I was like in a YouTube hole where I was just watching all these like I was watching like Earthling Ed and so just a ton of his videos. I don't know, I was just like really interested. Him on the streets talking to people. So I started watching him, and then I was just like watching every single video by him, and it was how to be an activist. And I was like, it just like loaded, and I watched it. And he was mentioning that, and so I already kind of knew about it. And so when like a day after I went vegan, I was like, wow, I want to do something like these people. So I saw what they were doing. I thought that was so cool. So then when I went to the Cube of Truth for my first time, I was so happy because like I never got to like meet other vegans that like knew how I felt. So when I went to the Cube of Truth and I like went out to eat with all these other people, and then I could talk about how I felt or like my experience, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I get that," and it was a really positive experience. And obviously, no one wants to see that, but I think everyone should because I already like know I've seen videos where like little kids like find out that their food is an actual animal because like 3-year-olds don't know that. They just see a product because that's what they're told. They don't realize that it's an actual animal. And I know children who went vegan at like 4 because they found that out. And so if any child found out that it was like actually harming an animal when they ate certain things, I feel like so like the whole world.
We would have all been
be
vegan.
There's these kids, and I guess they're in like other like foreign countries where they'll kill the animal right there, and the children are like hugging the animal's neck, like stop, don't kill him, I'll never forgive you, and they're like crying and pouring, like it's really sad to see them, and it just shows like from the moment we're born, we just don't want to like put out negativity, but we just slowly like it's everyday life, and then I feel like the older you get, it's the more like normalized to you. I would say like, wouldn't you want them to know how would like they feel if they really knew this? Why do you, or maybe just ask them why do you think they shouldn't see it in the first place and go from that? Because maybe they'll say like, oh, it's too bloody and stuff, and maybe you don't have to show them a video. Be like, hey, do you know what happens for this? Because they probably don't know, and you don't have to show them like a gory video to let them understand it. Just be like, hey, you know that this had to happen for this meal. I didn't really have any concerns because, like I said, I was like watching a ton of YouTube videos, and so I already knew like it was like healthy because like my other friend who was vegan, I saw her eating all the time like grilled cheeses and hot dogs. So I already knew like I would still be able to eat whatever, and I knew after seeing like bodybuilders and stuff that I wasn't gonna die, and so there wasn't that many obstacles for me. And
was your family supportive?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. A lot of friends at school who are saying like they want to be vegan, but if they don't want to inconvenience their parents or they won't let them, I would say like if you it's probably really important for this person because they want to do it in the first place. So I would say like first off, like know why you're doing it. So because once you really care about it and you know it in your heart that you want to do this, and you tell your parents, they should like understand and like be on your side, or at least be willing to listen. Maybe they have their concerns because it's probably very foreign to most people, the idea of being vegan. They probably don't know that much. Just show them like short clips of documentaries or explain why you want to make this choice, and hopefully they'll be willing to listen. Yes. Oh, and definitely like another thing, if your parents are already like not on the fence about this, show them you're gonna like put in effort and like go grocery shopping, help them make dinner. You just say, I want to go vegan, and you're leaving them on the spot. They don't know what to do. This is something you got to show, like, that you're going to be willing to help them out. So this is, like, easier. Because if you see it from your parents' point of view, they probably don't know that much. And maybe they have, like, negative ideas. Because a lot of people have the negative idea with the word vegan. And they probably, like, hear about the stigma that they're, like, nutrient deficient. You need to show them, like, this is easy. It's normal. I'm going to be fine. Well, we ate just like a normal how like what most people would eat. We had like I had a lot of eggs. I had a lot of eggs. I ate eggs on everything, but we had eggs, meat, and like dairy products in the house. So we had what most people would eat. But then like we eventually got rid of milk even before like it had any like vegan ideas in our house.
What kind of milk did you switch to?
Almond milk, just because. Like, we learned about health things about it, and we realized, like, oh, that's really bad. But other than that, we really just ate milk, eggs, and meat like any normal family would. I wasn't, like, that addicted to the food I ate, because I did eat a lot of vegetables, so it was, like, just kind of cutting out other things. And But I ate a lot of veggie burgers, and I had some meat substitutes in my house, but not that much at first.
That's cool.
And then, as I became more introduced to vegan stuff, when I went out, I would eat like vegan bacon and cheese and burgers now. I think it depends what you're buying, because if you're only gonna live off like vegan fried chicken and like cheeseburgers, then it's probably not gonna be the cheapest.
Right.
But like at my house, because we buy like sweet potatoes and we shop in the bulk section, like nuts and like other vegetables and fruits, it's not that expensive. It didn't change that much, and sometimes it's like even cheaper. I feel better. Like I don't know. I think because I'm still young, I'm still figuring myself out. I think that really helped me because I feel like I have a purpose now. And other than that, like my mental benefits, like my health benefits were like, I don't know, I don't have that much acne anymore, so that's good.
Your face looks beautiful,
oh,
very clear and
thank
healthy.
you.
Your cheeks are so rosy. You're not wearing makeup.
No.
You're just naturally beautiful.
Thank you.
It's the vegetables.
Definitely. There's bananas. Other than that, like, I don't know, my period used to be like 6 days long, but now it's like 3 days, which is like, not like a negative, like I'm sick and that's
No,
unhealthy.
that's
like,
good. It's more healthy because you're not getting all those hormones.
Yeah, and also like I used to get cramps and like lots of bad backaches. I never get cramps or backaches like at all.
That's great.
Yeah, it like disappeared. And I was like, wow, my period is here, but I never like I'm not laying in my bed crying. No, I feel better because I also get to eat more, and I'm not like getting into an weight because like I get to snack anytime I want.
Yeah,
I'm just like, and I'm fine.
What tips would you have for people who say they stopped being vegan because they felt deprived, weak, malnourished?
I would say like they probably tried to talk to their doctor, but like a lot of people don't know that your doctor doesn't have that much education in nutrition. I would try to see like, because there's lots of plant-based nutrition that's specialized in like only like vegan diets. So I would talk to them. Most times it's really just you're eating too much of something or not getting enough of this. It's so if you talk to them, they're gonna figure out like, oh, you were eating too much of this food and you didn't balance it out with something else. So I would say like if it was a dietary concern, just talk to like a nutritionist and think about why you went vegan in the first place to bring you back to like your purpose or your reasons. We have every reason to be vegan. If you just look in, the list goes on. The animals, and then of course you could prevent like tons and tons of diseases and like just issues like health-wise. And of course like the environment, because a lot of people don't know like water and food and like so much land and like overfishing. Yes, climate change. It's like such a huge impact on the world when we're using animals for our food because we have to raise them and we have to feed them and they make waste and we have to get rid of like the forest to make room for them. Mm-hmm. So of course that, and then also
not very efficient, is it?
Yeah, it's not. And then a lot of people know like we have to like get the food to feed these animals, and a lot of like third world countries, they'll be working there to create this grain and like food for the animals. And then they don't have any food because we're putting all the food to the animals and getting like a little bit of food out of all the food that went into them. We could feed the whole world.
Everybody.
And like we could
with
also
no more land or resources, fewer actually.
Like we could reduce like all this space that is like getting like taken away and like harming animals just to get rid of like forests and deforestation. That's like a ton more animals that are like getting killed and stuff.
Species we've never even heard of being wiped out.
It's like I read a fact and it was like every second a certain amount of forest is like taken down, and that's like it's hard to hear that because like I don't know, it's not here, but I try to imagine somewhere else in the world it's like just like eating up our planet. It's like, the answer is right here. There's so many problems, but people just refuse to like see it.
Do you think one person can make a difference?
Yeah, definitely. Like there's so many people who've made huge differences just them alone. Like with all the social movements in our whole like history, it all started. Generally, it started with one person who gained momentum from others. There's usually one person that helped push the movement. Anyone could do that.
You're doing an excellent job of that. That's one of the reasons why we're doing this channel, because I think a lot of times people don't hear from the vegans, and there are a lot of us, and we're all living happily and healthfully with all of this purpose. But what we do see is a lot of these videos of why I'm no longer vegan. What do you think about videos like that?
When I see them, it's just like, come on, man. It's upsetting because, I don't know, I thought, like, when you go vegan, you learn about all this stuff and you understand it. You're like, dang, okay, I get it now. It's like, how did you forget, like, all these purposes? And it's like, just feels kind of, like, upsetting because it's, like, a setback. Because, like, as a vegan activist, I want the world to be, like, complete animal liberation. Yeah. So seeing, like, wow, someone made the connection, and then all of a sudden it's like, never mind.
Do you think they made the connection, or maybe they were thinking of it as a diet?
Yeah, that's what I think a lot when I hear someone's like, well, I'm no longer vegan. In the video, it's always just talking about food and what they were eating instead of like, oh, like, my stomach hurt one day and so I'm going to continue to harm animals. It's like, if you like, I don't think people really get it, I guess, if they went back to what they were doing. Because when I first went vegan, I was sad a lot because I would be at school and everyone would be like eating animals and like they just didn't know. And so like that impacted me a lot because I was like all like kind of like angry and sad all the time because it was such a big like wake up call for me. So it's like, were you really in it in the first place if it didn't like hit you that hard?
Right. Or are you just doing a fad diet?
Yeah, because some people just like want to try it without reason, and that's like me for that 1 month, that one time. I did it without a reason just to do it, and if you don't really understand why, you're not gonna
keep doing it.
Yeah, because
you have to do it for something greater than yourself. I think to maintain
definitely.
It.
Whenever I see think about eating an animal's body, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah,
I don't
want right? Like that's
I
not
don't want to
appetizing.
put that inside of me. Like I just also, of course, like I know about the health stuff, and I'm just like thinking about what's happening to my body when I put that inside of me. I'm like, ugh. I would like bring them back to the beginning of their choice and be like, why, what originally inspired you, and like kind of remind them that that's still there. And if it was like, say, just about the health or like some personal reason they were doing it, I would like tell them like this is like a world changing thing. It's not just about how you feel. It's like impacting someone else, and like kind of explain how it's not really a personal choice because you have a victim now from your choices. And I kind of asked them like, do you want to be the reason for someone else's like suffering and like enslavement? I have one friend who's my age too, and she's vegan, and so that's really cool. And because I do activism, I've met other vegans, so that's like really helpful because I get to talk to them. And I have a lot of friends who are vegan that I don't see often, but when I do activism in like Austin, I get to go see them, so that's exciting. I always try to like promote veganism because like I got a bag and it says like against animal testing, and like I try to like wear shirts and things like that. And sometimes it's hard to talk about certain things that like because I'm really passionate about veganism. So it's kind of like sometimes I did put like a little bump with my friendships because when I first started learning all this stuff, I want to speak out about it. I'd be like, hey, dude, did you know this? That's why when I first went vegan, I was like I was always in a negative mood because I felt like I couldn't speak out about it because people were not like supportive of that idea. But now like I keep some things to myself because obviously like saying like, oh, did you guys hear about how milk it takes away babies? But now it's like my friends get it. That's who I am, and this is not like some little thing I'm going through. Because I do go through a lot of phases, like where I really like something, I talk about it a lot, and then I move on. I was really into astrology or like certain movies or a band or something.
So they're like, this is just a phase.
That's just Kayla's thing. But no, this is like, they get it now. This is like the world. No, this is my like forever. My great grandma has, I don't know what it is, like her bones are getting stiff. I think it's like kind of like arthritis or something like that. And it kind of sucks because I feel like I can help you reverse that, knowing like you can like switch it and stuff. And it's like, she thinks that you have to eat eggs to be healthy, and she's like, oh, you can be vegan now because you're young, but as you get older, I'm like, I could help you so much, and it makes me sad because like
same with me and my grandma.
Really? Yeah, it's rough because like I can see her like progressively getting worse, and like she gets out of the hospital, I'm like, yeah, you're getting better now, but then she goes like right back, and it's like really upsetting when like family or friends are like against that, or not like they participate in like exploiting animals and animal agriculture because you care about them and they're good people and you love them and they're part of something so bad, and it's like you can't say anything without causing like a conflict. So it's like it's just really tough sometimes.
That's what I like about the Cube of Truth. Sometimes it's really difficult to get through to the people that are closest to you, but you might be able to affect a perfect stranger just after a 5-minute conversation.
Exactly. That's why I like to go there and just like see change. At the end, we count up how many people took it seriously. And I'm just like, yes. It's like when I'm there, I feel like there is hope that there's going to be like animal liberations. Earthling and Joey Carbstrong. I love Joey Carbstrong. And there's this account, it's called Peace by Vegan.
I haven't heard this.
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot, but he has like really good videos and like which like inspire vegans to go be activists, and also helpful videos for non-vegans, and like even things like about like weird questions vegan have where it's like, is this like ethical or not, like keeping leather products or like keeping old products that were tested on animals. He talks about those weird gray areas. So it's like really helpful to hear like perspective on those ideas. So I like his videos a lot. I'm going to make a YouTube channel. Like that's one of my goals for this spring break. I'm gonna do it. So
You're gonna be awesome.
Because I want to like show teens my age that they can do it too. It's not like when I'm 20 something I can do it. It's like you can do it anytime. And my Instagram, like I do a lot of vegan art, so I can like, because a lot of people like my art already, so I can like show them the vegan message through it. And
What's
that's
your
like,
Instagram?
it's a Thrifty Kayla. We have all the reasons. There are so many things that we could prevent and solve by just making such a small change in our diet and our life. And if you're having struggles, there's so many resources all over the internet. And I'm sure if you tell one vegan, hey, I'm thinking about going vegan, could I get help? They'll give you like a freaking dictionary of how to go vegan, and I'll do that. Anytime someone on my Instagram reaches out to me, I'm like, okay, where do you shop? Here's a video about how to shop there. Here's this. Look online, maybe ask for help from someone who's already vegan, and if you have like any like obstacles, like you could like say you're on a budget and you think it might be expensive. Like I've seen videos where it's like $20 a week vegan budget, and it's like how they go to the store and they get things. I'm sure if there's like any obstacle you have, the internet just
Homeless
has the
vegans,
answers.
there's help for that even.
Yeah.
Well, wonderful. Thank you so much for your time and for being an activist for the animals and for health and for the environment, because we need to save the world.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you for doing that.
We hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to be interviewed, please visit the Vegan Agenda on Facebook. Look for the flying pigs.
We will be featuring more interesting and inspiring vegans, so be sure to like, subscribe, and click that bell for notifications. If you want to help us promote veganism, please support the Vegan Agenda on Patreon.
We would love to hear from you. Please comment below to let us know your thoughts.
Thanks for watching.